terrified of that tree in our backyard falling. And so we've been like every year we have someone like come trim limbs because I'm like, if that tree falls, we're all done.
Well, and unfortunately, there's this thing that they call sudden limb drop of oak, and it's common with oaks, and it happens when it's hot and on windless days, and it just all of a sudden.
Yeah, every summer we get the ones over our trees, over our house cut, because I'm like, not happening. But the one on Davis, they had been like hacking away at, and it looked, I mean, like it was pretty clear that it was like in bad shape, and then fell right on the house, like pulled the whole chimney off, like
not good.
Bad.
Okay, it's now 4:31. We are now live, so we are good to roll. Looks like we are missing Gabriella and Sam. I don't see Gabriella in the parking lot or anything. I sent you guys all the minutes. I think it was last week, so we just need to take a vote to approve all of our minutes.
Vote to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Loading second. And those pass. Okay. So we'll start with some old business. Ron, I don't know if you have I'll get you a copy of these real quick just in case. Okay. All right, so we had a couple things on our 2025 event calendar. Let's see if we had any updates on those. It would have been that birding/nature walk event we were talking about doing at UCA. Sadly, I think Sam was kind of the lead on those things, so I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if the burning thing is gonna happen, cause my emails are just like not being returned. It's not like, it's awkward, cause I don't wanna like.
I think they may be a little bit short-staffed.
Yeah, I'm not like blaming her, I'm just like, it's uncomfortable to be like, hey, did you see my other emails? And so I'm just like, I'm giving her space, but like, I feel like it's like awkward now, so I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, we could do it like ourselves, I guess, I don't know anything about.
We could reach out to some other, I know of one person, or a couple people I could probably reach out to who might. Having Audubon do it gives it definitely some credibility, although these people are with Arkansas Natural Heritage.
Either way, if we want to keep doing that, or if we just want to stick with just the UCA nature walk thing, I think that seemed real promising. Last time we talked with Sam.
Yeah, I think that is very, very doable.
So we'll get with her, probably via email, and just kind of see where we're at with that. News on the Bradford Pear update. As far as I know, everything with that is good to go. Everything kind of got approved right at the end of the summer, whenever we would kind of be wrapping up anyway, so we'll just anticipate starting that in 2026. I saw your email reply this morning.
And that was somebody from Greenbrier too, yes. So that's why.
Weren't we waiting on them to be approved or something? What was that? I mean,
we're just waiting on that to get passed to make sure that we were good as far as like City Hall.
City Council to approve it.
Made sure that they were good as far as us actually doing that. But yeah, the Greenbrier thing was weird. Just so everyone's clear, the Bradford Pear Tree program is not like we will come down and cut the tree for you thing. We did have an email today asking if like there was a free service.
I've had a couple calls with the same question.
So I think that'd be a fantastic idea. I don't know if that's not something that we could ever do. You know, I wouldn't even want to mess with the liability as far as that
any
goes.
Community that does
it's very expensive to go through.
So I mean, that would be a great thing if someone ever wanted to sit down and crunch numbers and figure out how to make that work. Otherwise,
honestly, if we were going to look at some kind of a program to help with removals, I would rather see some kind of like a cost sharing, and we'd have to apply for a grant or something, but a cost sharing program to help homeowners remove hazardous trees, because it's so expensive and truly hazardous, as we were talking about before we started. Yeah.
Do they have grants for that?
I mean, I don't know of any specifically, but the state offers those urban and community forestry grants, and I don't think we have a current ones with them, so I don't think they community to have more than one, but that could be an option in the future for
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna look around,
project.
that's not a bad idea,
Mhm.
cause that is expensive and, I
Yeah.
mean, people just can't afford it sometimes.
Yeah, and I don't mean that we would like provide all of it, but I think a cost sharing thing would be pretty cool. And I have heard of communities that have that sort of thing. Or even some kind of like income related help, you know, like people who are
Based on income.
based on it, which I think, yeah, something like that, I don't know.
Our hazard insurance like skyrocketed this year, and that's what they said it was because of tree losses in the area. So it's certainly impacting, especially downtown, the massive trees.
I mean, that's a smart idea then. We can always look into that. We
I'll
can
look
probably
into it and I'll give it grants and see
see if there's
what they
something
know
like
about
that.
it, if they know anything.
Sounds good.
Like I said, figure out a way to turn the tree board more into a service, almost in a way. And then our Master Gardeners event, this was back in May. This had been at the expo. I'm trying to remember who all was there. I know Sam was there for a little bit. I just went and set up.
I have all of that stuff still at my house. I mean, it's like in the storage unit, but I don't really know.
We can always set up a time and you can, I don't know where we
I don't know where it belongs.
At my office, right? Because I think you picked it up, didn't you
Yeah.
pick it up from my office?
Yes.
Mhm. Which we were gonna clean out that storage room later this month, so.
I'm not volunteering to store any more stuff, but
No, we can take
the
it
bin and stuff is
I think it's probably better.
perfectly fine where it's
probably
at right
better
now.
at my office, cause then, yeah, cause it's easy when it's in somebody's personal storage to get forgotten.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Do you remember how that event went?
There weren't as many people there as there was last year, but I mean, it was fine. I didn't show up until later. I completely forgot about it till you texted me, but she didn't say that anything went
Right.
poorly.
Dude, they were wheeling and dealing when I was setting up the day before. I
Um,
don't know. I've never been to a Master Gardeners
I felt like
thing
last
as
year
far as
there
like
were
a
way
sale.
more people. Like maybe
So
we just went at a different time, but it was like mobbed last year.
I think it was actually when the Master Gardeners looked at it, it was the most customers and most sales ever.
Oh,
I arrived earlier than I did last year, hoping to catch some more plants, and there were less plants earlier than there were later last year. So
that's what I'm saying. They were wheeling and dealing the day
there
before.
was a rush that got there early.
I don't know if that's like if you're a vendor there, you get like
It's the
earlier
Master
access or
Gardeners.
how that works.
The
or-
Master Gardeners can buy early,
Like I
if
said,
they help set up.
well, there's a lot of people helping set up, but
Yeah.
cool.
Because honestly, the Master Gardeners buy the most.
All the ones sitting back against the wall, like not for sale, those are
Already bought up. Like I said, I think all that went really good. If they want to invite us back, I'd be happy to do that. Hopefully this time I'll actually be able to attend that. I think we had some kind of fall or some spring soccer tournament thing going on that day.
I will say we know that there will not be a Master Gardener plant sale in 2026 because we're hosting the state Master Gardener Conference at
That's
the
cool.
beginning of June. So we didn't feel like we could have two huge events in a month's period, so.
Just sell them out of the back of your vehicles in the parking lot.
We may do some other smaller sales at different times of the year, but we're not gonna have the big sale.
Gotcha. And then I guess Ryan, do we have any kind of city updates?
On the grant, we've chosen someone. I don't know if we've gotten any further than that right now. I haven't heard anything. Landscape ordinance still in the back burner. I looked at attendance today. Everybody's good. Sam's on her third, so she'll get a nasty letter. Everybody else is 2 or less. Most of you are none. That's it. And I got the budget if we want to discuss that.
Yeah, we can go ahead and skip into new business as far as budget goes.
Right now, we're sitting at $5,101.11 available to spend for the rest of the year.
Now,
Wait, can you say that number again?
$5,101.11.
Krista brought up a good point. This is usually, so not only do we need to, the biggest thing that we're talking about today is we gotta start hammering down what we're doing for this Arbor Day deal. Who's kind of doing what for that. Start reaching out this month to anybody for our sponsorships or to be a part of it. But so we have to get those trees for that giveaway, but then we also need to go ahead and start looking at ordering our trees for 2026 for the spring tree giveaway.
Yeah, because we can actually order those now.
So I'm trying to see here. So I printed off a sheet that we used last year. This was pretty much everything. I don't remember stuff being crazy expensive, but I could be wrong there.
We tried to keep costs fairly minimal for Arbor Day last year and focused on spending our money on trees,
Yep.
which I think makes sense. And I think we still have a good event. I think we have a great event with the different partner groups that set up educational displays and activities and everything. So I don't know what we spent. I mean, sometimes we spend some money on like some banners and stuff, but I think we have banners that we can reuse.
The only thing we have to do is get a sticker for the first banners that we did that were written with Sharpie. And so last year we just got some 3M stickers that went over that whole little section.
Okay.
And then I think Park still has those banners.
Do we have to buy things for the food, like napkins and plates and stuff like that?
So in that top right-hand corner, you'll see where it says budget. So it looks like we spent $333 on chips, water, condiments, supplies. This is also with the assumption that, you know, last year we were able to get hot dogs and buns donated by First Security Bank. So we're more than happy to reach out to any other banks and see if, I'd be happy to start with First Security and see if they want to continue that. We spent $43.50 on stickers for the banner and signage. We spent another $21.50 on the trees. We ended up spending $500 total on the contest expenses, and then another $100 for the yoga, and that came out to $3,126.50.
But the biggest portion, that's trees for the giveaway.
Yes, with almost 2,200 of that being just trees. Now, there's also some other things in here, like Kings, you know, donated $200 to cover all of like the kind of music stuff. And so whenever we look back on some of the festival kind of activities there, one of the 5th or 6th items there is the drumming under the trees. And so like that's what paid for that. Elliott Electric was the popcorn sponsor. So like I said, we definitely can cut down a lot of costs just from the sponsorships and stuff. Native State sponsored $250 for merch. I don't know if that actually, did we ever receive that?
Where did the popcorn machine come from?
I
It just says
think it was
Elliott
Elliott Electric.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have one? I mean, we can ask them. Okay, I didn't know.
Just curious.
I think Beth and them bought one a while back, didn't they? Sneak over there to the
Oh, yeah.
marketing office and see what's up with that.
I haven't been there in a while.
About time you visit.
Yeah,
Popcorn's pretty popular at the event, right?
it was.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, I think all
Especially
the
while they're
food is,
all they
right?
can smell is like hot dog lines and they don't want food and they,
Yeah, when it's early.
they can get that for now.
Okay. We can ask them again.
Yep. And so we can kind of walk through a little bit of this, because there's a couple things I guess we need to decide on. Do we want, so I think Sam already had set up a scout troop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She already had that. She did that way early. And then we would need to find someone to read the proclamation.
I can get somebody.
Perfect. And then I thought this was actually pretty good. Do we want to try to reach out to a school again for them to do?
I love the choir. It's my favorite part.
said, I don't mind reaching out to Margaret Van again and seeing if they're wanting to do that. And then depending on what kind of turnaround that is, we can go from there. I'll reach out to them. And now, do we want to do the photo contest again? Or do we want to switch that up to like something else?
We've had kind of low participation the last few years, which when we have drought,
We've tried
we
to
don't
switch
have-
it up and still.
yeah. So, I don't know, what do you guys think?
What else will we do?
You know, before we did the photo contest, we did just a poster contest, which that's kind of the classic, like Arbor Day, the national ones had a poster contest forever. I assume they still do. But it was more just for kids, you know, because the kids would design. But then like how people enter gets pretty challenging and stuff. I think we had talked at one time about a poetry like thing, like write a poem and submit it that's about trees, because you can do poetry with T-R-E-E.
How would we judge that?
You'd have to get like a creative writing writing instructor from some of the colleges or something like that, I think. I mean, you could do the same, you could do like a public vote too.
Okay, so we got that.
I don't know, it's just an idea. The photography is nice because I think it's something that adults enjoy also, you know, because the poster contest focused on kids. Photography is everybody. I don't know how much poetry.
Like how many submissions? Like, I mean, not exact, but like, are we talking 10,
With the
100?
photography?
Yeah.
It's
I mean, we probably, from adults, I'd say less than 10. Kids get a little skewed because there's a couple teachers, there's one specifically at, I think it's Ellen Smith, at least last year. And like, she lets that whole grade go out there and take pictures and submit it for one of her classes. So like that one could be 30, but you're also talking about at least 15 to 20 of it being like the exact same tree at a different angle. Which is cute and all, like I have problems with that, but.
The first year we did the photography contest, though, we got a lot of entries, but it was a really colorful fall. And so the trees were really pretty and it inspired people to take photos.
And last year, I mean, it was so dry that like, I don't even think they turned.
They did. It was still green. Yeah, like or
It went
brown.
green, and then there was like a day where everything was orange and yellow, and then everything was dead like the next day. So in those situations there, it's really kind of bites you to do a photo contest, but, and you can't predict what it's gonna look like in another 3 months from now, so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the fun thing about like a poetry contest is you could have the winners actually read their poems at the event.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool with me.
I don't know. It's just a different take on it. And you could have the same like youth and adult categories. I don't know. I mean, I've never done anything like this. I don't know if there should be some kind of restrictions on it, like length or I don't know how they do poetry. Like
Plagiarism detectors, AI detectors.
there's that.
I didn't think about that. Did not think about that.
Submit a Robert Frost poem.
Doesn't Secret Nook have some sort of poetry night or something?
Like a poetry slam or something. That could be fun to have a local like bookstore like actually kind of sponsor that even. They could participate in the.
Yeah, and they're relatively new, right? They just opened not too long ago.
Or even the library, I don't know.
I thought I had seen somewhere like a poetry night or something. I didn't see it on their Facebook page, so.
We could do a little research into poetry contests because I know there are some out there and see.
Has to be.
And because we did that with the photography contest.
I mean, it would be cool. We could take all those and put them under like one big old thing too. Just make a poetry book. We wouldn't sell the book necessarily, but I mean, like, especially digitally wise, I mean, we could recreate that in a digital thing.
And it could still be a digital submission. That's the nice thing about the photography is it was a digital submission.
We'll go with your poetry. Creative there. And then everything with bricks was already done. So I think we're good there. And then I don't know if we've had any people reach out about purchasing more bricks or anything like that.
I haven't heard of any.
Like I said, they'd have to come up here to City Hall to actually purchase those. So, I mean, we're more than welcome to kind of start putting out some kind of ad or something like that for there. I don't remember how many we have. I feel like we had a good chunk of them though, as far as the amount of bricks that we had to go.
I don't know where we are.
You know what we're talking about?
I know what we're
Oh.
talking, but I don't know where we are as far as still having bricks. And
There are the bricks. Do the bricks actually exist?
I think Spencer and them
We should
had
go
them if
look
we
at
had it.
it. I haven't been out there in a while.
I haven't been to Laurel in forever, especially that section.
Well, also, do we need to confirm that we're doing this at Laurel in the same times that we've done in the past? Is there
Thought
any
last year
reason?
was really good.
I thought it was too.
Laurel's definitely one of the easier spots.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it's got good trees. And
Kind of moving
it's very
times around, but
central.
like last year, that was good.
so I'll check with Parks and make sure we're still good with there.
And for the record, we're talking about, I want to say it's November 1st. Yep, November 1st.
And then we kept the times the same, right? 11 to 1.
I think that's good.
And we would just get there a little bit earlier. Do we want to still reach out to Joanna about doing the yoga beforehand? Or how
It
are we
was, I
feeling
mean,
about
it
that?
was low attendance, so I don't know if we need to continue that.
Okay.
I had a meeting last night with Cause. It's like Conway Animal. I don't know what the welfare. It's the nonprofit over the Conway Animal Shelter, and they were talking about like needing help getting like public involvement so that people are aware that they exist. So maybe they could
They can
have
do
like
that.
they have a that adoption trailer thing. So
Dogs like trees. Dogs like trees. So I see the connection.
I mean, that'd be cool.
We had owls and stuff last year. Not sure who brought them. Was it Master Naturalists?
I can't remember.
Skylar is over, not Skylar.
I was like, what am I over right now?
Is over the animal shelter, so I don't know if that's I don't know if the city is like has to say okay that's fine, or if I don't know how, because I was confused with the whole library like MOU thing, so I don't.
What's the organization?
So it's the animal shelter, but the animal shelter can't take like donations. So it's the nonprofit that raises funds for the animal shelter. So it's not like Darude City, but it is. So
What's the acronym?
CAWSS.
I'll talk to you.
It's Conway Animal Welfare something, shelter support, shelter services, I don't know, something like
I mean,
that.
we do get a bunch of people out there. I don't know if they want to have like a straight up adoption event out there. I mean, I don't know if there's anything, as long as there's no money exchanging hands, I don't think they'd run into anything city ordinance wise. You know, some little kid's gonna talk a mom into walking home with a tree and a dog, but, you know, some decent sized commitments, but, I think that'd be cool.
I'll talk to Spencer just to make sure that we're good there.
And then, we can always, I'll reach out to Parks again. Do we wanna still do we still do a tree planting for that?
Yeah, and we usually get that tree donated from the Arkansas Forestry Division, so I can reach out to them and confirm that we can have that. We need to select a location and a species for the planting.
Yeah, I'll get with Brian, and
See where folks are wanting
Figure
a
out.
tree.
yeah, especially since like we don't necessarily have to do it at the same time as the event. You know, that could be I mean, we could even do that a week beforehand and use that as like an advertisement piece towards marketing the actual Arbor Day thing. And then if there are any Girl Scout troops or something like that are looking to do that, we can set up a time to where we could have them come and help, to where it's not a part of the whole festival or something like
Yes,
that.
the timing of it is always a little bit awkward with the festival, though last year I thought it wasn't gonna have, I don't know, it just kind of fell through, but then all of a sudden we were like, okay, let's plant a tree, and people showed up. So-
Like I said, like all the kids, my son wanted to do it.
Yeah,
so.
it was a good time. At other times, we've had like nobody show up to actually plant the trees.
Yeah, where it's been
Just
a
depends.
hole full of water. That was the big thing I think that we talked about. Okay, so we'll ditch the.
Actually, I kind of like the idea of planting it like a week before and using it as a media type event.
As far as that goes. And then we still got our fall tree giveaway. So what we'll do is I'll kind of make this sheet here as like a volunteer deal, and that way we have some people kind of like, volunteer for what they kind of want to do. I know that tree giveaway part is a little bit of a doozy. It's a lot of keeping up with stuff as far as that goes, to where you're knowing like, hey, someone's coming in, you check their name off as far as their trees and stuff.
I want to say Sam handled that last
She
year.
did. I don't want to volunteer her for nothing just right off the rip.
True,
I
because we
know
don't
that
even
that
know what
was-
condition she'll be in.
Yeah, like I said, I knew that was like a big undertaking as far as just getting that organized and stuff. And then we also learned that when you order all these trees, we'll know the species before we order them. And so then we allow people to go and kind of select what tree they want, and then anything that doesn't get selected, we just allow the public to come in and get.
I want to say we did 200 trees last year.
Yeah,
Is that what we want to do again this year?
I think that's good. I mean,
No.
they got claimed in like record time, but then in person, when we actually got to the event, we still had probably easily a third of those that did not get picked up. However, we also had some instances where we did a certain kind of like maple tree. We thought we ordered 20 of those trees, but only received like 18 of those trees, so sometimes we've learned that like even within there, you don't get you will get 200 trees, but if they're out of something, they still will send you 200 trees.
Well, and we probably need, maybe what we should focus on is about the same budget and see how many, because I don't know what the prices will be this year.
Yeah.
So, is that like a good, like that $2,150?
So if we're roughly around, if we had $5,100 for just easy math, and we're spending $3,150, that leaves us roughly $2,000. How much do we need to put back for the spring?
So this past spring, we spent $847 and got 1,200 trees.
Okay, so we're good as far as that.
So we could budget like 1,000 for spring tree giveaway.
Okay.
And then we'd still have plenty for Arbor Day.
And then do we want to do more? Let's go.
More than the 1,200?
Yeah, we did. No. I think it's fine to do 1,000 for the spring
Okay.
trees.
Yeah.
And then the tree giveaway we did in the fall last year was $2,150 is what we paid.
Mm-hmm.
So do we want to? I'm assuming everything will go up slightly.
Everything is going up,
So do we want to just set aside $2,500 for the trees?
I think that might be smart.
I know we're throwing a lot of numbers out here, but everything will have to be voted on, so I don't want to make it sound like this is a set in stone thing. So this is where you guys can freely speak up as far as any kind of budget thing goes. Yeah, last year, like I said, we spent $3,126. So if we increase that by another $50 or another $400, that'll still leave us somewhere in that $600 and $500 range for what's left in our budget to roll over if we needed to. Or once we've kind of ironed all this out, if we ever want to look at getting some more shirts or anything like that for the board itself, we can always look into that. And if we're not doing the yoga right there, then that takes 100 of that away that we were spending anyway. So yeah, we'll need to get some people. Let's see here. That Give Pulse thing that they did at UCA to get all of our volunteers, I thought that was great. I think Tracy helped set that up, but I know
we
that
can probably
Sam's a
still
part of
get
that. So I'll reach out to her and see if she knows. So for the exhibitors, last year, we had the beekeepers Interfaith Power and Light, did they bring Smokey the Bear out last year?
Smokey
Okay.
Bear.
Smokey Bear,
Not
excuse
the,
me.
there's no the.
Excuse me, sorry. So I wonder if we can get Smokey out there again.
I will ask.
Master Gardeners, if they wanna come out there.
They would love it. I think they're already planning on it.
And then, how are
That
we-
water table was really cool.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know who the contact is for there. I may just reach out to Tracy and see if she has some of those. Same with, sanitation was great. Conway Corp obviously is a must. And then some of these, I don't really remember too many of them.
I got an email. Central Arkansas Nature Center is gonna come this year.
Awesome.
So that's a new one here.
They're gonna have a education table or some sort of activity.
That's really cool. They reached out to us.
Well, I reached out to them and then they,
What's the name again?
It's Game and Fish.
yeah. They're not
Central
bringing,
Arkansas Nature
they're
Center.
not bringing the big fish tank, I tried.
I feel like they were here last year. Or they were here one of the years. Game and Fish was, I thought.
I think so. I don't know that we've ever had them. But that's awesome.
But otherwise, any of these other groups, because you have Native State, Citizens Climate Lobby, Green Bear Coalition, Master Naturalists, that's actually hard to say. And then do we want to still do the drumming under the trees?
I mean, the kids liked it.
What?
So what?
I think they've
It seemed like
liked
kids
it.
really liked it and there was a lot of participation last year.
Perfect.
It's another activity. I think it's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
And I'll reach out to Kings again and see if they're interested in sponsoring
I think
that.
that'd be great.
I know that True has already reached out to me a couple times about wanting to come back out there, so he's definitely interested in coming back and doing that.
I will say last year we said no balloons for the vendors, or they're not really vendors, exhibitors. And so that's a good thing to remember.
So this year we're gonna go all balloons.
No. No balloons. Very unhealthy. Yeah, that was something we talked about last year, is needing a bag.
That's right.
But we also talked about maybe getting them donated from like Kroger or something, like paper
Just
bag.
something that people can have with them and stuff like that.
So, I don't know if anybody has any Kroger connections. We just talked to a manager.
Let's see what else we got in this little deal here. We don't need the digital.
Lowe's
marketing,
donates
so-
stuff sometimes too. I think or maybe it was Home Depot. It was to the library for the garden thing, but those like leaf bag things, I would imagine that's like the same size. Or I
Well,
guess-
those are big.
These are massive.
Yeah, we're just wanting something small that the kids can put their little.
So last year, like all the exhibitors have like little knickknacks and stuff that they give out
The
to
like
people.
crafts that the kids did, and then the parents were all like,
It turns into one mom holding like 50 things and then also trying to hold a hot dog and stuff, and like they're just like, can we get a bag? Yeah.
yeah. I think a Kroger like paper bag would be nice, or that kind of that size and style.
Gotcha.
like
Seems
how
like we could
many?
get what?
Like how many? Like
How many do we think we would need? 200? 500? 200's probably
That should
enough.
be good.
Because usually they're like one family can have one bag.
Yeah. Or you'll have a family that doesn't want a bag and another family that wants 8 bags or something like that. So I'll reach out to Kings and see if we can continue that. Does anyone have a contact for Elliott Electric about their popcorn deal?
That's through Tracy.
Okay.
Do you want to ask her about that, or
Yes, I can reach out to. I'll reach
Yeah.
out to her. Isn't that their husband work there?
It's yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And then, does anyone have any bank hookups as far as Till Grill goes or anything like that? If not, I think I still have a couple people I can reach out to. And then, the Native State deal.
I have a contact at Native State.
Let's go reach out to them. And then, City of Conway, that's easy, and then we can always reach out to Harold, make sure that he knows about, this event, if he wants to come for the Tree City USA deal.
Yeah, and sometimes he speaks too, so.
Where did we get our speaker from? Is that what we brought from Parks? We had like a little speaker system that we used. I think I got that
Wasn't
from
mine. Who, was it yours?
Parks. I think
it was yours.
Because that worked out really well.
It did.
And then if we can think of any other people as far as like sponsorship goes, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to kind of reach out to them about the event. You know, just be mindful that when you are doing anything like that, that, you know, you're at that point, you're a representative of the city. So, you know, don't say anything that you wouldn't want to be, you know, issued publicly or anything like that. And then, like I said, once we know more about like what we're looking like food wise and stuff from some banks, like I said, I'll reach out to them. Then we can kind of determine what we need as far as like food cost goes. And then I'll have to message Tracy to see who got our stickers for the signage.
Did we have power last year or did we use a generator?
We used a generator and it says here that Scott brought it. And Scott's not with us anymore. But she might still be willing to do it, but.
And then I guess we still need to reach out to Scott though for Green Bay Packaging and see if they have any interest in, if they want to be an
Be a
official
sponsor.
thing or anything like that. But also for our spring tree giveaway, you know, they always came through with whatever they wanted to bring at that time, which usually turned out to be like a ton of trees. So
What was powered off the generator? Was it just the popcorn machine?
I mean
I wanna say the speakers were too, no?
And speakers.
there was power in the actual deal, the
But it couldn't do
pavilion.
both speakers
But it couldn't
and
do
the popcorn
everything.
I think
machine.
that's what it was,
We were like
yeah.
plugging one and plugging back in, that's what it was.
Yeah. So I
So
think
maybe
we
just the
put
pop,
it
I
to-
bet the popcorn
for just
was a
the
lot of
popcorn,
electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what would be some ideas, I guess, that we could do as far as the contest winners? We do know now you cannot buy gift cards. We may or may not have done that, and we may or may not have been told do not do that anymore. So we have to buy some actual things in that regard. So any kind of ideas that we want to come up with as far as the actual poetry
I mean,
contest.
Tree books and things like that are always fun. And maybe if we were to get like a bookstore sponsor or something, maybe they could provide a little gift as part of their
Yeah, so we can reach out to
sponsorship.
Secret Nook and see what they've got going on.
And I could even see doing, like if they wanted to do some kind of event with it, like a poetry reading or something of the entries or something, like, you know, I think there could be a lot of different ways to do it.
Oh yeah, they could double dip in that kind of regard. Because then they could have it to where like that night, you know, everyone shows up there for whatever readings that they have.
Yeah.
And so we'll reach out to Secret Nook and see what they've got. Be like any kind
I mean,
of
I thought the
freebies.
games were pretty cool. And that's a fun, like, good for adults or kids.
I can see whatever, what
What's
else
that
is
game
out
we got
there.
last year?
Photosynthesis.
Yes. I can see if there's any other kind of games like that in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
There's
is
always
even-
Jenga, it's made of wood, right? Dominoes.
Could come down and pay for that.
Or even find like nice journals. I mean, I imagine the people that are doing like kind of poetry or something, they're probably more.
And we've done kind of a gift
writers.
bag sometimes that, yeah, so we could have a few different things in it. Could ask for some donations from some different shops or something.
Other than that, like I said, if we can, we'll reach out to these kind of groups between now and September. And so that way by September, we have a good idea of kind of where we're at as far as what else we need. Because this will be one of those things that like before we know it, like this event's going to be here. Especially if you have stuff going on in like your personal life, you may only be dedicating, you know, like 2 or 3 hours to this a week kind of thing. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm so far behind. You know, that's where Tracy was really good at like kind
Tracy
of
was
respectfully just poking the bear, making sure like, hey, you've done this right. You're good. You're good. Because if you didn't, I mean, you just wake up and you're like, oh my God, I have to email 50 people today. So if we have any other exhibitors or anything like that, or maybe we can get a social media thing posted out that like if we're looking for exhibitors for it, and that way any people that may not have known about it or didn't get to do it last year can kind of reach
If
out
we
to us.
do that, we should make sure to say educational exhibits
Okay.
and nonprofits, I think, because we do get people wanting to like sell things, and we can't do that in a park. I guess I worry a little bit about just posting out who wants to be an exhibitor. Like, I don't know, you could get weird stuff.
We don't have to accept it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, you just put it out there and have it go to the email. And
Because if it's not tree related or something, we can just say this doesn't appear to be tree related.
or if it's not, just educational in general. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna like call out a company or anything, but yeah, if a company wanna come out there and just sell stuff, it's like, that's not really what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see here, but yeah, we'll need to figure out some volunteers, so I'll reach out to Sam and see, I'll reach out to Sam and Tracy as far as that, I think we still have that email of what she did for that gift pulse, but we also had that group that came out and helped us with, the tree planting at McGee, and they were great.
Maybe they went to again, because that was like was it a sorority, fraternity?
I think it was AK.
Yeah, they're down here, right here, AKA for tree giveaway. And then we had master gardeners for food and exhibit support is what is listed as volunteers needed. And then let's see, is there anything else? Everything else in that task deal, I mean, we'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, we just need to be looking more at kind of what we want to do, who we want to have out there, and then who we can possibly have as far as sponsors and stuff like that
Is
goes.
somebody reaching out to First Security Bank about food?
Yeah, I got my name by that. I'll reach out to banks and see what we can do. I know it took a little while for Josh to get a response. Luckily, I've dealt with him for a little bit whenever we did Braves baseball for parks, and they were always pretty good. So I may see if we have any more people in that regard. If not, I mean, there's so many churches that like to come out there and do that kind of stuff for all different kinds of things. So, but like I said, I'll reach out to First Security Bank first and just kind of make our ways around there. And then we'll get more into the digital deal. But for now, I think if we can get a social post.
I think the library's left off of the exhibitor list. We had the Urban Farm Project last year, didn't we?
I didn't see it on this list.
Yeah, we need to add them.
Yeah, we can reach out to Sean. That wouldn't matter if they just brought like a whole booth out there, I mean. So they've been great, so. Let's see here. We'll get out a post. I'll make something up this week as far as like exhibitors. If they're interested, and then.
I'll do a little research into poetry contests.
Sounds good to me. And then I'll see if there's any, I'll reach out to see if I find anybody who knows anyone at Secret Nook and see if they have anything. But if not, I mean, we can always reach out to, I mean, you have Road Roundabout and all these other places that are coming in. So we can reach out to them as possibly a second option. Or just reach out to them in general and see if that would be something they're interested in. If we hosted this in the downtown district, we can get everybody boozy up.
That's right.
Is Simon part of it? Just kidding. This is not a very family-friendly idea, but
I think the Christmas tree will be up by then. They start that like right after Halloween,
yeah. Anybody think of anything else that we possibly want to do as far as Arbor Day goes?
As backups, I'll see if we have a popcorn machine in case we can't get one, as well as generator. I like to involve the community as much as possible. So if someone else wants to take care of those first, that's fine, but I'll always try to get it confirmed as a backup.
Okay.
Also, we'd like to do an interview for Channel 5 from somebody on the board.
Right there he is.
Volunteer your crowds.
That really needs to happen for
Last time I
yours.
volunteered myself, I think somebody else was like, well, maybe we need somebody who's been on the board longer or more expert in trees, so.
I think
Those are two very different
It
things.
was 2 months ago, so.
I may have been on the board longer, but he may be more expert on trees, so.
Hey.
I mean, it's just talking about the event, it's not necessarily talking about
Yeah.
tree, I mean, you might kinda have like, why are trees important down, you
We'll
know?
probably be with Jeff and he'll go through all the questions and stuff if you're interested still.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Go for it.
And then the table for Conway Corp, I definitely wanna still have a table. I'll try to see if we can get some people and some stuff to cover that.
The is the sanitation department on there as an exhibitor, cause they do a
Yes.
really cool, they do a cool exhibit.
The fire department
Talk about
was at
recycling and like,
the,
how much is
the
recycled?
Fifth Avenue Park event. I can't remember what it was called. It was like crawl,
Drag squirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like for kids, and they brought everything. It didn't have to be like connected to water because they had it like in the truck, but it was like some sort of
Stuff too, and then they also did it at the schools.
yeah. So that may be an option.
You
They,
want to see what they- hmm?
Yeah, at least
I mean, you have to have a place for a fire truck, but
Just bring a fire truck out though and
yeah.
turn the lights on.
Kids
I'm
and
sure we could find a place. I mean, they could just park in the grass for all that matters.
I mean, I think Conway Corp's brought vehicles to like the farmer's market before, cause that's kind of the downtown one, and they did a meet the machines or something like that. It's pretty
they handed out
cool.
hard hats to all the kids and everything. They had the bucket truck out there and
When
dump
was
truck.
that?
But it was year before last.
It was a pretty cool
sounds cool.
deal, yeah.
If you want to reach out to, I don't know who your bucket people are, but you know.
Crystal will take care
Well,
of.
they've left a bulldozer in front of my house for like a month and a half now.
So your
maybe
kids
you
are
could
very
take that one. You
familiar
could
with
just like take that one to the event.
Kamola. She'll be our mascot.
You should get it towed to World Park for them. Very cool. So we got Robert doing the interview. Let's see trying to see if there's anything else that we possibly need to go over. All right, so now we just need to, as far as the trees go, we'll need to do a vote for spending up to $2,500 on the fall tree giveaway, and then $1,000 for the spring tree giveaway, for a grand total of $3,500 in trees. So I will open the floor for a vote if someone wants to start.
You said 2,500 in fall and
1,000 for the tree for the spring. Because remember, in the spring we do the little bare roots, and then this one we do the 3 gallon. I think is what we did last year.
first motion.
Okay.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Cool. That'll pass.
Do you want me to reach out to Bemis?
Yes, if you want to handle that as far as that goes, you've gotten a budget now, and so, and then as far as what type of trees that we want to do, do we like kind of what we did this past year, where it was a lot more kind of, I guess, I don't know the best word.
Small ornamental trees?
Yes.
I think people liked it, didn't they?
I mean, it's still crazy how many people still like come in and like persimmon trees. I never think those are gonna go well, and then those are usually
Red
always
mulberries
gone.
go well too.
Reds are huge. I know people like the maples.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of what else we had.
We had we had some plums and stuff like little ornamental plums and serviceberry and stuff like that.
So if you just want to give us a good little menagerie of
Okay.
trees as far as that goes, especially for the spring.
The Missouri one opens day after Labor Day, and if you remember last year, also the website crashed the day that. So it's like this
They
crazy.
would call me and be like, I got your trees, and I'm just like, I don't know who you are, but thank you.
Who's gonna contact Sean about the Urban Farm Project being an exhibitor? If y'all, I can do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Let's see here, library. Yeah, I mean, you're more welcome to talk to him and see what else, I mean, if they wanna come out and have that, and then if they wanna have anything else out there.
Okay.
I mean-
Yeah, I live right down the road now, I'll just probably ride over there and have a chat with him.
Do you wanna contact Sam and ask her about the, if she wants to handle the tree giveaway? And then I see she was also listed as being the person who contacted UCA Fisheries and Wildlife.
We have a bit of a tradition that when you don't show up for a meeting, you
You
get.
get although she's got a messed up foot, so
Jesus, this is tree board.
I don't know if she'll still have a messed up foot in November.
I will ask her, yeah, cause like I said, I wanna ask her about the nature walk as far as that goes.
Okay, so just touch base with her about.
Yeah, I'll touch base with her and Tracy and see if they have any leads as far as, even if they could just forward me an email or two or something like that for those. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that we could reach out to. I mean, I don't know if Hendrix does anything or if CBC does anything. I know that, you know, UCA, you know, kinda
We've
gets a
had
lot
the
of the
Hendrix
love.
like biology club as a exhibitor before. I think last year they chose not to do it for some reason, I don't know why, but.
You know,
I can reach out to Hendrix and CBC and see if they wanna do something.
so I wanna make sure that we're kinda
Well
keeping
represented.
people involved as far as that goes, especially with it being a city thing. And if they don't wanna do it, you know, that's totally fine, but I just wanna make sure that it wasn't because we didn't ask them.
Yeah.
What about Parks and Rec, would there be any reason to actually do a table?
I have no idea, I can ask Andrew.
Some memberships.
That's community center, that's a different apartment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's different. But I can ask,
Are
about
there
that
any other
too.
municipal departments that would want to do anything?
I'll ask our engineering transportation, see if they wanna do anything, cause that's
Good
really
idea.
the only people that I think that would deal mostly with trees.
Mm-hmm.
And
If
low impact development.
the
and all that.
grant project is happening, this could be an opportunity to get our first little bit of community feedback
Yeah.
too, so.
And that's a good idea. We can put together a little survey or something, a little short thing.
I mean, I will say though, if we get a fire truck, a Conway Corp truck, we might as well just get, you know, police vehicle and the dumpster.
I'm gonna drive the work car out there.
You know, we can have whatever, I mean, that way it just looks like it's a lot more just family involved as far as that goes.
Trees are good for communities.
Oh, 100%. Well, cool. That should be most of the things that we need to kind of do. So it's for sure reach out to anybody that we can think of. And I mean, like I said, you guys, I mean, as far as reaching out, I mean, it doesn't have to be something I don't think that we have to vote on who we reach out to.
Yeah,
So I
if
mean,
you
if
know
you guys
of-
come up with anything, just like throughout the next couple of weeks or something, or think, oh, that'd be a good idea. You know, like I said, just remember that you are at that point kind of representing the city. So make sure you don't have anything that you don't want to be like shared publicly or something like that. Otherwise, we're at 5:23. And then we're still good with Laurel, so I'll ask about that and make sure we're fine there. Do we have a potential backup idea just in case?
If Laurel's not available, you mean?
Yeah. Like I said, knock on wood, we've been pretty fortunate to where that hasn't really been an issue. There's not too much that goes on around that time.
Gatling's beautiful, but it's just so small and tucked away. Parking.
The parking's a little tough
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they'd have to let you like drive down that whole little road. I don't know if you can't really even get to that road anymore.
When the church does their Halloween thing, it's stacked all the way through that neighborhood, and I know that's probably an issue.
I mean, there's Fifth Avenue.
The library may let us do it there.
Yeah, if it's dry, there's a lot of space back there now. They've been clearing.
Like I said, we'll start with parks and we'll see how that goes, and
I
if
hope
not.
Laurel's available.
It should. I just want to make sure I got something just in case. You know, I don't want to just be like, oh well, dang, we didn't know. Sorry, all right, canceled. You know, but
When should I count on hearing from Jeff?
I'll work on it this week.
Okay.
And I would say with that, it's recorded and he wants it to look good. So
Oh, I know.
that's what I always focus on. Like, they don't want to make you look silly.
I don't know. It seems like there's some, y'all know each other personally, don't you?
Yeah,
So he may try and make him look silly.
he might,
Well,
but he won't try to make the tree board look silly.
you could wear a costume.
I could, I'll dress as a tree, I'll dress as a tree.
Well, cool. If anyone else has anything to add, just let me know. Otherwise, that's everything that I had on our agenda for today. So I guess we will have a adjourn, I guess. We need to vote on that or something.
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Second.
There we go.
We are good. We will see you guys September 8th. Remember that Monday, Labor Day does not count. Because Labor Day is Monday, the city is closed.
Wait a
Following
minute.
Monday.
So
September 8th.
that is the first Monday that we are open. Technically, the first Monday is Labor Day. So I know this building here will be closed. So we will meet again
First
on.
working Monday.
Yes. So we'll meet on September 8th.